Okay.
All right. Well, the next big story, the big news today was
our friend
Jim Jordan. Well, you always say friend when it's somebody we don't like.
That's our friend Jim Jordan.
No, I laugh all the time.
Why are you putting it down?
He was over his face.
Jim Jordan on the is he a senator?
A congressman.
Congressman.
So
running for the Speaker of the House.
The one they nominated.
Say that again.
The one they just nominated, because I know Scalise dropped out.
Yes.
He's the one, if you remember our show, what's her name in Georgia? He made a comment about Fani in Georgia.
Yeah, about her them investigating
her, and she came back strong.
And the one that said he didn't pass the bar exam.
He didn't pass the bar. He's a wannabe.
And she's still going after him, saying he's interfering with her case. So she's trying to drag him into court now. She's trying to put something on him.
That's what you keep opening your mouth.
Shut his mouth up. So now she gonna come after him, but he ain't said nothing since she said that.
He sure was quiet now.
But he wants to be the Speaker of the House. Trump has endorsed him because we all talked about how he's a spokesperson for Trump. And the first time they voted, he lost. The Republicans. They wanted to take this. They didn't want to happen what happened with McCarthy. Okay. They didn't want to have 16 votes over and over and over again. And they need to figure out what they need to do on their side before bringing a candidate up there. Okay. So this time they said, we're going to have our own vote, just Republicans, find out who we're going to support. Then we'll bring it to the whole house and we'll vote and get that person to win, obviously. Okay. But they got to get 217 votes.
Not 18?
They'll never get them.
Or 18.
218?
I think it's 217.
Okay.
So the first time they voted, it was Jordan and Scalise. We know Jordan is Trump and Scalise is David Duke, the KKK guy.
Oh, wow. Okay. He's endorsed him or something?
He attended a David Duke convention.
And then he tried to say he didn't know him.
Yeah. And he's also spoken very highly of people of questionable
So the
character.
lesser of two evils, I guess.
So there were some Republicans who said, I will never vote for Scalise. Number one, because he went to a David Duke thing and he's attached to that. And number two, the man has blood cancer. So some of them actually think he's going to die.
Mama said one of the ladies.
The May lady, right?
On The View, her dad passed away.
Of blood cancer.
But what would that have to do with Scalise and his situation? Nothing. Why would you say you're not voting for somebody?
Because they got cancer.
Because they have cancer.
Yeah, that was stupid.
That's just really, really ignorant.
But a lot of them, they're doing a secret ballot. So a lot of them don't know why somebody's saying no or whatever. So
I think a lot of people would question him having cancer. You know why, Lenore? Because they don't have your faith. They don't even know what that is.
But think about it. If your family member dies of cancer and your reason for not voting for somebody in politics because they have cancer and they're doing well. He's treatments and he comes to the meetings. He does his thing.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, but people are ignorant.
I know. Go ahead, Kim.
Okay, so this is the one time I agree with Giant Head Gates.
Oh.
And
you agree with Osmond brother looking?
Osmond Gates and fake blonde hair Marjorie.
What's going on? Why?
Both of them said, we're done with this. We're sick of this going behind the scenes and voting for somebody. Y'all can't come together on who you want. We want to go to the floor, get up there like you did McCarthy. He had to go through the embarrassment of 15 votes. Let whoever else the next one get up there. And then you have to say publicly why you're voting for somebody. Okay. None of this secret ballot stuff.
Oh, they don't want it secret.
They don't want secret ballot. If you're voting against this guy, we want to know why you're voting against him.
Why not secret ballots where you can hopefully get a final and nobody has to be worried about videotapes on them?
I agree with that. No, I always say that it's stupid because then you might want to vote for somebody and don't want somebody to know about it. I always said that. I agree with you 100%.
Well, I'm opposite of y'all. Why? Because they are elected officials. They are voting on behalf of the people in their districts. And we need to know who our congressmen are voting for. It needs to be public. Now, I agree with you guys. If it was an election on just you voting as your own individual citizen, nobody needs to know what you're voting as a citizen. Okay. But when you're an elected official, you are supposed to represent me
and give a reason.
Why
can't you just say yay or nay and then go sit down?
Well, no, because
I don't need to tell you why I'm voting for Jim Jordan or Scalise or whoever's running. You just need to know yes or no.
All right. Well,
if you got to put me on spotlight.
Even if you go with y'all and you don't have to give a reason, it still needs to be a public vote.
Oh, okay.
I need to know who's voting for this dude here and who's not. So,
you know what? Two things can be right at the same time, because I agree with you also, Kim.
But guess what happened, though?
My thing towards Lenore was that some people are cowards.
Right.
And it's an important issue. And they won't, like say it was about George Floyd or something.
Right.
A lot of them white folks wouldn't want people to know they was voting for that.
Exactly.
So, but on your hand, that's true too. So
now this is what happened with Jim Jordan. And I didn't know he was as short as he is. He's short.
Oh, like 5'6"?
I don't know, but he's short. He's not tall.
He got that
he comes up to Trump's shoulder.
Napoleon.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what happened, guys. I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna give it in layman's terms. Y'all know how I do it. Plus, I'm not a good reader anyway.
Your view.
All right.
I mean, you're
you are a good reader.
No, I mess up words and stuff.
No, she's not.
No, I'm not. Okay,
but I hear her every day. I'm trying to encourage her. Don't stop that.
That was the note.
Look, Wendy, trust me, my ego is very good.
That was the note that my mom passed to me and Kim, saying the way Kim said something wrong.
Shown or something.
She said it the wrong grammar.
But listen,
it wasn't grammatically correct. My mom was correct. So no, she don't read well.
Okay.
Well, she reads well to me.
But I don't think she was reading at that time.
I don't know. I want to talk about Jim Jordan. Okay, so Jim Jordan.
Okay, go ahead.
The first election when him and Scalise.
Yeah.
He lost. Yeah. Scalise won.
Well, he didn't get enough votes, but he had more votes than Jordan.
He had more votes from the Republicans than Jim Jordan did.
Got it.
Well, Jim Jordan hit the ceiling. He was so upset because, again, this is private. Nobody knows who's voting for anybody.
Okay.
So they said he got up there. You're supposed to give a concession speech, like, okay, I concede. This guy wins. He never gave it. He just said, I'll support Scalise. He never pulled out of the race. He just said, I'll support Scalise if that's who you want. And the way he phrased it, guys, was like almost as if saying, if that's the low life, you rather have that than a bombshell like me, then I'll support your stupid whatever. They said he was so negative. He was cussing. They said he does
what he always does.
They said he stormed out of the place and he slammed the door to the chamber.
He's always acts like a 5-year-old.
I wish they said
but he lost votes. There was some Republicans
because of the way he acted.
There was some Republicans who voted for him and said, the way he acted, I don't want him to be my Speaker of the House.
She doubled 2 picks, no. And that's truly against hell, because that would be hellish behavior if they vote for him. All
right. So then that's
just right there. He acted just like a miniature Trump.
Right.
Having a tantrum.
So then McCarthy doesn't like Scalise. You know that whole big bickering between those two. So Scalise was really the second in charge. After McCarthy,
because it was only 2 running for this.
No. This is when McCarthy was the
I'm saying
speaker.
now though. It was just the 2 of them.
And so Scalise always said that McCarthy would never share information with him. He was always supposed to share stuff with him as the second one running up, and he didn't, because he knew that Scalise wanted to be the Speaker of the House. Yeah, my mother keeps saying he's Christian. They all supposed to be Christian.
He's a Christian sitting at that David Duke's meeting. Come on.
She said after he got shot, he must have well, then he needs to get up there and say that. Then he needs to say, "I did attend.
I did some wrong things
David Duke,
in my life,
but I got shot and I see the light. I know that Jesus.
God spoke to me while I was in that bed,
but he hasn't denounced it, so forget him. Okay. But anyway, so McCarthy and Scalise don't like each other. And McCarthy, this is all, guys gossip too, y'all.
They do. They talk about women.
This is all gossip that we're talking about. This is people talking about what happened behind the scenes that they don't have. This is not in public, okay? McCarthy apparently went up to Scalise and said, "You're not going to win. Why are you doing this? You're embarrassing yourself, just like you embarrassed yourself when come trying to get my job." Okay. Well, that just spooked Scalise, and he said, "I'm out of here," and he dropped out of it. He said, "I'm done with this. I don't need the headache. Look, I got cancer. I'm trying to battle this. I don't need to battle you guys too." So he's dropped out, which left Jordan. And who was this other one you said, Mom?
Oh, somebody else stepped in?
It was another guy. Jordan Chairman, defeated. Austin Scott of Georgia. 124 to 81 was the final vote. He needs 217. He still don't have it. That's what I told my mom. In this vote, he won as the nominee because he got the most votes, 124 to 81. But that's still 217 of them have to vote for him. What? And some of them say, "I will never vote for him." So they decided to break for the weekend and come back next week.
Why Scalise dropped out, though?
He dropped out because McCarthy told him, "You will never get 217. And he's right. If McCarthy has people in his pocket and he's telling him, "You're never going to get 217.
But then what does that mean for if Jordan is left and that guy? Jordan may still win.
It's over. It's only Jordan. But he has to get 217
So
votes.
what if they never get their number?
Then they're going to keep going back and forth till they find somebody.
This is so
It's
stupid.
so stupid.
So petty.
And it's the Republican Party.
Ridiculous.
Are the Democrats voting?
Ridiculous.
The Democrats are fine. So the Democrats have an idea. And this comes from, what's his name? Hussein? What's the one that's the Democrat, the minority leader?
The black guy?
Yeah. No, the minority leader.
Hakeem Jeffries.
Hakeem
Jeffries.
Hakeem has an idea. Hakeem Jeffries, Ma.
Yeah.
He has an idea. And he's going to probably see if this works next week. They are willing to put a Republican as a speaker. They have a guy in mind. He's a moderate. He's kind of both, he's a Republican, but he has some kind of Democratic tendencies, they say it. Mm-hmm. The Democrats maybe vote for him. They just have to have enough Republicans to back him for him to get the 217.
Where's this guy coming from?
Austin?
No, this is another guy thing.
Is he part of this whole Republicans?
No, this is the Democrats saying we'll vote for Republican if it's this guy. So we'll see what happens next week. The saga continues next week.
He's trying to be strategic, which is smart.
He's trying to be strategic. And they saying
Why
that
can't he be the House?
Because the Republicans won't vote for him.
He makes very good. He's already 2-3 times already. He's made good points.
Now Nancy Pelosi, some Republicans voted for her. That's why she kept winning. They're not doing that anymore. Everybody's party driven now, so it won't happen anymore.
But that was one of the reasons why I said it should be private. Mm-hmm. Because if it's private, you won't be storming out like Jordan. You won't be acting stupid because you really don't know who voted for you or who didn't. And it won't be public to know to the people that they be putting spotlights on all these people and ridiculing them. Right. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like when you vote for president or any other party, you don't need to know what's in my little booth and who I'm voting for.
Yeah.
So why can't that be private?
I don't know.
Because they're too petty and too immature.
That's why.
For it to be public.
That's why.
So I don't know.
All right, y'all. So moving on.
Go ahead.
Hannity